Here are 18 tips and tricks to make playing the Kortz Center Heist in the new GTA update a lot easier. Let's get into it. After completing the Kortz Center Heist for the first time, you don't have to do the scope out mission ever again. You can save about 10 minutes by completely skipping it. The only downside is, you won't be able to know the value of what you're looting, but after playing a few times, you'll easily be able to figure out what's worth taking and what's not worth taking. So you really can just skip the scope out in all of your playthroughs going forward. Speaking of saving time, you can text Raf in free mode to start any of the setup missions without having to travel back to your mansion, saving you even more time with the setups. The guard shipment setup is a must-have for the finale of the heist. However, during the setup mission, it only gives you a few minutes to blow up 3 vans which can be easily spread across the entire map. To bypass this, before starting the mission, get a weaponized vehicle such as a Hydra or a helicopter, or even an Oppressor Mark II, and then text Raf to start the mission, and you'll make it extremely easy to complete this mission in under 5 minutes. In the Kortz Center Heist, the guards can hear your footsteps very easily, and sneaking is really slow. However, if you sneak, aim your weapon, and hold the run button, you can move super fast without making any noise at all. You can even roll and you won't make a single noise, making stealthing the Kortz Center Heist extremely easy. If you're using the skylight entrance in the Kortz Center Heist, and you kill all the guards in the exhibition room, you will always get the keys to leave on the eastern side of the building. If you're using the Manchez getaway vehicle, this puts you right beside it, and if you go for the hills, there's virtually no chance of losing any money during the escape because the cops just won't be able to see you or shoot you. Another thing good about the skylight entrance, you can only shoot one camera before alerting the guards. However, if you do the skylight entrance, this automatically disables the additional camera in the exhibition room for free, making it really easy to loot the exhibition floor undetected. The eggs in these cabinets tend to be worth more money than the jewellery, and if you have the glass cutter, these vertical cases are worth even more, sometimes nearly 100k each. I recommend filling up your bag with as many of these as possible, and use any of the leftover space for the smaller jewellery instead. Never go for the small jewellery cases first. You can disable the CCTV cameras as many times as you want on the computer in the basement, and it won't alert the guards, making it really easy to get anywhere in the Kortz Center Heist without destroying a single camera. If you run out of time, just sneak back to the computer and disable the cameras again. Did you know that shooting certain assault rifles, even with a suppressor, can still blow your cover in the Kortz Center Heist? Some of the assault rifle's bullets actually go through the guards. So if the bullets hit a wall behind them that's really far away, it makes noise over at that wall and alerts nearby guards. This might be why you randomly get spotted and you have no idea why. Use a pistol for single guards or a weaker weapon to be completely silent. The alpha male entrance has a crate with an item that's worth over 100k, and it only takes up a small portion of your bag, making it the best secondary loot that's extremely easy to get right at the start of the heist. All you need to do is find the crowbar and open the box. So we have the best secondary loot, now we have the worst secondary loot. Never use the power drill on the lockboxes. The bags are only worth around 6 to 12k, making it the worst secondary loot by far. It is way better to just loot the paintings in the vault, or go upstairs and make more money by looting the glass cabinets. Did you know that the EMP actually wipes the camera footage for you, meaning you don't have to do it for yourself by going to the computer in the basement, which can be extremely useful for speedrunning or getting the elite challenge. Do not sleep on this setup. In the laser room of the Kortz Center Heist, you can jump over the lasers a lot easier by doing this one trick. If you look left and jump whenever the laser is going to pass under your feet, your character's jump animation starts with the right foot, so it passes under you way easier than it would if you were forward facing, or even worse, if you were facing the opposite direction. This makes the chance of jumping over the lasers a lot more successful. Another tip for the laser room: if you use first person, you move a lot faster than you would if you were just using third person. This makes the laser section a lot easier, especially on hard mode whenever you have to move a lot quicker to beat some of the other lasers that spawn in. Another benefit of using first person in the laser room is that turning off the switches is actually way faster, whereas in third person you can get stuck in an awkward slow walk animation and there's no way to get out of it. So if you are in third person and you click the switch to turn off the laser, sometimes you might just screw yourself. First person is much better. It's quicker and you usually don't get stuck in a third person animation. When the lasers in the laser room actually turn on, there's a slight delay before they become active. During this time, if you touch them, you will not set off the alarms and you won't take damage. So they can be a bit more forgiving in this state, but it only lasts a second or two. You can notice this by the fact that they don't look as bright whenever they turn on, and then they immediately zap on and they turn pure red. But if you walk through during the time where they're slightly faded out, you'll be absolutely fine. Another tip for being a little bit quicker at the heist: when you're stealing the primary target in the vault, don't spam the button whenever you're using the hammer. It's actually faster to press the button once after each hit. Do not spam click the button. This can give you a few extra seconds if you're planning on looting the paintings in the vault. I find it helps to do it in sort of a rhythm. You'll get the hang of it whenever you do it and see what I mean. One last tip for the laser room: if you look at a wall and take cover, your character will literally sprint across the room to take cover, which can be useful to get to places before lasers spawn. However, be careful whenever you're doing this, as you might just lock yourself into a running animation straight towards a laser. But I'd say if you get good at this, you can use it to your advantage. That's all for tips and tricks on the Kortz Center Heist. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more guides and more GTA videos in the future. Thank you for watching, have a nice day.